Hi, and welcome. I'm Del Lewis, and I got something really cool I want to share with you. I know it'll strike a chord with many of you out there. I'm going to ask you to sit back, settle in, and spend the next 12 minutes or so with me. One way or another, you'll be glad you did. I promise. Before I get into it, I have one suggestion and two requests. First, the suggestion. If you don't currently own your own business, or never even thought about being your own boss, and would never, ever consider in a million years, then I suggest you take the next 12 minutes and do something else. Do something you would really enjoy, something you would get tremendous benefit from. Life's too short to spend time on things that don't interest you. But before you go, let me share with you my first request. If you know someone that has that entrepreneurial spirit, whether they currently own a business, or they're thinking about it, or even just dreaming about it, I'd like to request that you share this video with them. Just send them an email with this link to this page. Do you see it on the screen? It should have just flashed up. Okay, there it is. And I know anyone you send it to will thank you after they see what I have to share. Now, if you're still here, and I hope you are, let's get right to it. You know Michael Jordan, right? Arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. Well, check this out. When Michael Jordan retired, he was earning $40 million a year in endorsements. This means he makes $178,100 a day, whether he works or not. If he sleeps 7 hours a night, he makes $52,000 every night, while visions of sugar plums are dancing in his head. If he goes to see a movie, it'll cost him about $10, but he'll make $18,550 while he's there. If he decides to have a 5-minute egg, he'll make $618 while boiling it. He makes $7,415 an hour more than the minimum wage. If he wanted to save up for a new $90,000 car, it would take him a whole 12 hours. If someone were to hand him his endorsement money, they would have to do it at a rate of $2 every second. You know, he'll probably pay around $200 for a nice round of golf, but he'll be reimbursed $33,390 while he's playing that round. He'll make about $19.60 while watching the 100-meter dash at the Olympics. And he'll make about $15,600 during the Boston Marathon. In 1 year, he'll make more than twice as much as all the past U.S. presidents for all of their terms combined. That's amazing, isn't it? However, if Jordan saves 100% of his income for the next 500 years, he'll still have less than Bill Gates has at this very moment. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for almost all my life. I've always been involved in some kind of business venture. I bought my first business when I was 24. I love owning businesses, and I love helping others create and build their businesses. And I'm on a quest. Today, each of my various businesses, in some way, furthers my quest to obliterate the obstacles that stand between people and the successful, profitable ownership of their own businesses. You see, I believe that entrepreneurship, owning your own business, starting and running You Incorporated, or being the boss, is the key to so many of the things that we want in life. Things like time freedom, financial freedom, quality of life, less stress, doing something you really enjoy, just to name a few. Now, can you have all those things without owning your own company? Yeah, it's possible, but it's a heck of a lot harder. You could say Michael Jordan had many of those things when he was quote-unquote working for the Chicago Bulls. Yeah, there's a lot to be said for the life of a pro athlete. But here's the thing. I don't know about you, but I have a much better chance of starting and building a company than I do becoming the next NBA superstar. And the best part is, the ultimate payoff of business ownership is so much better anyway. You know, I love that Jordan Gates example because it illustrates the point so well. And just what is that key point to take home? Well, the biggest difference between Michael Jordan, the basketball player, and Bill Gates, the entrepreneur, is that Gates owns something. Now, to be fair to his airness, Mr. Jordan, and to bring this comparison up to date, we should note that Michael Jordan now owns a majority interest of the NBA's Charlotte Bobcats. Smart man. As I said, my quest is to obliterate the obstacles to business ownership because I believe that each and every one of us can and should enjoy the good stuff that's possible through owning something. When you think of the obstacles that are between you and owning your own business, what are some of the things that come to mind? Well, for most people I talk to, and for me too, before I figured out a system to obliterate them, what typically came up was lack of experience starting and running a business. The question is, where do I start? Or lack of education. The thought typically, I don't have an MBA. Hey, I was an English major or maybe an engineer. Or lack of funding. It takes money to start a business, doesn't it? Or a plan, lack of a plan. Hey, I've never done a business plan. And aren't those things about 50 pages long? As I said, I've faced all those obstacles and a few others. But I went ahead and I dove in anyway. But that's just me. I'm probably less risk averse than most. And believe me, I've been batted around a bit. As I like to say, I graduated first in my class from the School of Hard Knocks. But then I began to think what it would be like if I didn't have those obstacles. Is that even possible? Is it possible to create a business system that doesn't require prior experience, doesn't need a business degree to run, doesn't require a huge upfront investment, and has an easy to understand, easy to implement plan? Well, that was my continual quest. And it influenced everything I was doing in my business world. And you know what? There are a lot of possibilities out there that effectively remove the obstacles and allow anyone with a passion and desire to own their own company. And in a moment, I'm going to invite you to take a look at my favorite one. But first, my second request. Hey, I bet you thought I forgot. As I said at the start, I had one suggestion and two requests. If you're still with me, then obviously the suggestion wasn't for you. If you recall, my first request was for you to share this with as many people as you could think of, because I'd like to involve and impact as many people as I possibly can on my quest. Business ownership and being your own boss is possible for everyone if they're willing to go for it. And I want to show you just how uncomplicated it can be. My second request is that you comment on this video. If you look a little further down the page, you'll see just how to do that. Let me know what you think. Let me know what questions you have. Let me know how excited you are about the possibility of being the CEO of You Incorporated. Just imagine owning your own business. You know, even if you currently have a job, you can still own something. Can you feel what that would be like? It'd be pretty cool to own something, to be the boss, to be CEO of You Incorporated, wouldn't it? Want to know more? Click the button that just appeared, and we're going to connect all the dots for you. Before you even got here, I gave you my contact information and suggested that you reach out to me. Here it is again. I'm going to flash it up on the screen. If we've already spoken, great. If we haven't spoken yet, please know you can reach out to me at any time. I'm a real person with real businesses. I'm not a self-proclaimed guru, and I'm not interested in selling you a bunch of hype. When you click on the button below, I'll lay everything out for you in a clear, easy to understand way. When you click on the button below, I'll walk you through a business concept that you can partner with me and several others to build a real-world business for yourself. This is serious, though. It'll take you some time to review everything I'm presenting, so make sure you don't shortchange yourself. It'll be time well spent, I promise. Here's a warning. This is not a get-rich-quick opportunity. I don't believe in them. This is not a slam dunk once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I don't believe in those. And this is not for everyone. My partners and I are only looking to partner with people who are interested in and willing to start, build, and grow a real sustainable business. You know who you are, and I'll know who you are in a minute just by your actions. Your first test will be whether or not you take the time to comment on this video and ask me your questions. Your second test will be whether or not you do your research and review every module on the website I'm about to share with you. You see, successful entrepreneurs and business people do their due diligence. And remember, I'm here to answer any questions you might have. You see, smart business people also ask lots of questions. Am I describing you? Then click on the button below. I'm looking forward to showing you how all the dots connect. I'll see you over there.